A very good afternoon to you. This is Carnival Mid News, and I am Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko. To begin the news this afternoon, the Lagos State government has launched an investigation into the collapse of a building on Audu Street in the Aguda area of Ogba, Lagos. The Lagos State Building Control Agency confirmed that the four-story structure, which housed the residential occupants and a private school, collapsed yesterday, Monday. In a Tuesday statement issued by Director of Public Relations of the agency, Audu Ademuyiwa, said no fatalities were recorded as students, staff and other occupants had exited the building before the structure caved in. The agency also stated that officials along the Lagos State Emergency Management and other respondents had visited the site shortly after the incident to assess the situation and ensure public safety. Meanwhile, the Ondo State Police Command says it has arrested a wanted kidnapper terrorizing the Akoko axis, Abdullahi Lawal, in Ikare Akoko in Akoko Northeast local government area of the state. The command spokesperson, Abayomi Jimo, made this known in a statement on Tuesday in Akure, who also said that the suspect was the ringleader of the kidnapping gang. He said the arrest followed sustained intelligence gathering and coordinated operational strategies. Jimo, who reiterated the command's zero tolerance for kidnapping and other violent crime, assured residents that efforts were being intensified to dismantle all criminal networks operating within the state and its surrounding communities. In the meantime, the Computer-Based Test Centers Proprietors Association of Nigeria has raised the alarm over the 700 naira computer-based test center registration service charge for candidates registering for Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, describing it as grossly inadequate amid rising operational costs and logistical challenges. The association's president, Austin Ohiakilim, spoke to newsmen on Monday shortly after the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board announced the disbursement of over 1.57 billion naira to accredited CBT centers for the 2026 UTME registration exercise. In a bulletin on Tuesday, JAM through the public communication advisor, Fabian Benjamin, said the payment represents the 700 naira fee collected from candidates on behalf of CBT centers and is remitted weekly along e-pin registration charges. JAM has maintained that its fee structure has remained unchanged since 2018, vowing to sanction overcharging centers. foreign scene, Egypt has raised domestic fuel prices by up to 30% as of today, Tuesday, blaming exceptional global energy pressures caused by the Middle East war, which has disrupted oil supplies and shipping routes. The increases announced by the Petroleum Ministry apply to gasoline, diesel, and natural gas used in vehicles. In a statement, the ministry said the adjustments were driven by disruption in supply chain risk level and higher maritime shipping and insurance costs, which have pushed petroleum product prices to levels not seen in years. Oil prices briefly surged above $109 a barrel on Monday before plunging to around $86 after U.S. President Donald Trump said that the U.S.-Israel war with Iran would end soon. Diesel, being one of Egypt's most widely used fuel, rose by 3 Egyptian pounds, or about 17.1%, to 20.50 pounds, that is $0.38 per litre, up to 17.50 pounds. And now on sport. The Vice Chancellor of the University of Calabar, Effiong, has called for a strategic partnership with MTN Nigeria to strengthen digital infrastructure and advance sports development at the institution. Effiong made the appeal during a courtesy visit by MTN representatives to his office, describing the telecom company as a long-standing ambassador to the university. The Vice Chancellor emphasized that the university's prominence in Nigerian university sports, revealing that it would host the NUGA Games later this year. He expressed optimism that collaboration with MTN would help sustain sporting facility, avoiding the short-lived infrastructure left from the last NUGA Games hosted in 1990. This is where we'll call it a wrap on Carnival Mid news. Thank you very much for staying tuned and for listening to the news this afternoon. Do not forget that you can continue staying informed by checking out our app at the iOS and the Play Store, and also our website at www.carnivalmedia.ng. It's been Elizabeth Tessie Okemukoko. Do enjoy the rest of your day.